looked completely different on defense. Only get up 17 in the third quarter. What was the big difference for you guys?
I mean, I think we ended the second quarter. We came out of a huddle and we were just like, man, enough of this BS. Like, say what we want about our defense and trying to figure it out and all that, but like we can't ease our way into this. It's time to take a stand. Your pride has to come into play. And I thought we got some life in us, and we started to defend and play with more energy to end that second quarter and got ourselves back in the game. And then coming out the locker room, we just basically told ourselves, our coaches said it as well, that, it don't matter that we did it for 5 minutes if we come out in the third quarter and we can't sustain it and can't continue it. And I thought, that third quarter was the difference in the game for us.
Thanks.
Next question is coming from Jason Quick with The Athletic. Hold on, Jason, you're muted.
You got to unmute your mic.
They got to unmute it for me.
Well, you don't
Hey, Dame, before in the last couple of days, are you there?
Yep.
All right. Last couple of days, there's been a lot of talk and reports about Harden putting the Blazers on his trade list. Did that add any element to this game for you? Just knowing that speculation is out there?
What do you mean, did it add anything to the game for me?
Well, just, it's talking and seeing him and going, God, is he going to come here?
I mean,
I don't know.
I think usually when stuff gets out, there's some truth to it, but it's nothing that I know of as far as how serious it is. So I assume it can't be that serious or that much of a reality. I know that in that type of situation, from a distance or from the outside, it seems like he's ready to move on, which is his choice. And obviously they haven't been able to work anything out to make that happen. So he's probably just expanded his list or whatever he felt like he needed to do. But as far as us being in the rumors, I saw it, but I haven't heard, nothing of it.
But didn't add anything to this game, just playing against him? And
I don't think so. I mean, not for me.
Okay.
Maybe you have to ask, ask him, about what the rumors and all that stuff. But I mean, I just needed to come out and win a game. And, it wasn't always pretty, but I was happy that we didn't lose it. And we pulled out our first win of the season.
Yeah.
Next question is coming from Casey Holdall with Trailblazers.com.
Dame, obviously you take this shot at the end of regulation, couldn't get it to go down. You kick it out to CJ in overtime. He hits a three-pointer, ends up being the go-ahead win. Your thoughts on CJ's game and that play and just your decision to kick that out where a lot of times you go up with that?
Yeah, I mean, he had a great game. I always say, a great teammate and especially a great backcourt mate and friend. If you see a guy has it going, you let him go, and you try to help him continue to go. Especially a guy like CJ that can fill it up and score in bunches. So I had it going a little bit in the first half, and to start the third, he came out. He hit 3 threes in a row. They called a timeout. So I just I kind of let the ball go through him a little bit. When I saw opportunity, I took him. But I wasn't making shots, for that third quarter and the first part of the fourth. But down the stretch, I started to see it go in. I got a few baskets. Everything I was doing was feeling pretty good. So once we got to the timeout, Coach drew up the set, and I had it, and I was like, if I don't have a shot that I like, I'm gonna be looking for him. So he lined up on the same side as me. And the second that I felt him get into my body and I wasn't gonna get a clean look, I already, kind of had my eye on the help defender that was guarding CJ, and he lost sight of him for a second, and I just found him.
Next question is coming from Aaron Fentress with the Oregonian.
Anthony got some meaningful minutes tonight, played pretty well for you guys. What did you feel about his performance?
I thought he did a good job. I told him in the locker room, I liked how aggressive he came out. Usually when guys miss a few games or miss some time and they finally get back out there, they can be a little bit passive and, not want to be more assertive than they should, and just try to, walk on eggshells and do what they feel like the coaches or the team will want them to do. But he came out, he took shots, he was aggressive, he made some good passes, got some deflections, got a foul or two. But I just liked how aggressive he was. I think for him to impact our team and take that next step, he's going to have an aggressive mindset, not just scoring the ball, but just attacking everything that he needs to be doing to have a positive effect on the game.
Thanks.
Coming back to Jason Quick with The Athletic.
Dame, we spent so much of the season talking about defense, and I think we saw what people in the front office envisioned with Rocco and Derek tonight.
Yeah.
What did you think about their performance?
I mean, well, they had the assignment of defending a great player, and for me being someone who scores, sometimes you can be defended really well and you still, you see it go in a few times and it's just the most that they can do is make it a tough night or make it a little bit uncomfortable, but score, especially one who has the ball in their hands all the time. But I think you saw, how disruptive they can be, in certain possessions. And it wasn't an easy 40-point game. It wasn't a comfortable 40-point game. So, I mean, I thought that's what we expected it to look like, them being able to switch, take that matchup, make people uncomfortable, use their length and athleticism to be disruptive. And I think, it kind of, the very last play, it was like we had one guy on the ball and then another guy deflecting the pass to seal the win, so it was kind of ironic that it ended that way. But we're still working out the kinks. We still learning each other. We still getting to know each other as a group. And I just think we'll continue to improve game by game and get better.
Next question is coming from AJ McCord with Coin 6.
Dame, congrats on the win. So you talked about how you guys sort of had a conversation about just needing to come out and play with pride. What was it about that conversation that turned the game around, especially defensively?
I think it just was that everybody accepted the challenge. It wasn't like a soft-spoken conversation. It was like, enough. What are we going to do? Are we going to let it keep going this way? Are we going to, care? Are we going to be too cool? Like, what decision are we going to make? And it was just like that, like, let's go. It's time to go. It's carried on long enough. And everybody was like, everybody was with it. And I think we came on the court and we put a much better effort up on the defensive end.
And I think when sort of following up on Jason's question, you talked about how good of a backcourt mate CJ is. And I know that goes so much beyond how he can score and the way you guys work together. So can you explain what it is about your dynamic that makes you two so good together?
Well, I think for me, I think he would say the same is the foundation of us, being connected, as a backcourt is our friendship. And me wanting the best for him and him wanting the best for me and him supporting me supporting him. And, I just think we have balance. When he has it going, I don't just give him the ball and say, all right, you keep the ball right now because you're going. I'm trying to contribute to it. I'm making sure that I'm spacing. I'm making sure that sometimes I handle and I'm calling plays that's going to get him a quality look or put him in position to make a play. If I'm having a big game, it's in my mind, whether he's going or not, or, trying to get him opportunity. And he does the same thing. It's been games where he'll have 25 in the first half and he'll come to me like, what play you like? What you want to do? We're going to have to get you going. If we're going to win, we both got to have something going. But I think it's just that we don't compete with each other. I think a lot of times in the media, people try to compare like, oh, well, he did this and this guy, but, they lose sight sometimes of the fact that we're on the same team. We're supposed to be working together and trying to win games and accomplish, a goal that's bigger than the both of us. And the way that two great players get along is by supporting each other and allowing each other to be great and have big nights and be supportive of that. And I think me and him, we've mastered that, from a friendship level on the court. I know his game. He knows my game. He can yell at me. I can yell at him. It's just gotten to that point where we work together. The connection is, like something happened tonight and, it was a back and forth game. And I was one pass away from him and he skipped it over me. And I was like, come on, CJ. He was like, I got you, my bad. But I was like, swing that to me, you know? And when you have that type of relationship and that type of connection, it just makes everything, you know, pretty smooth.